Welcome to the SchoolAI Learning Quest, where teachers are going to collect the dots. And what they're going to do is they are going to complete this activity in a group of 3 to 4. So that's the recommended per group. And they're going to try to complete these different tasks down here. You'll notice that there's different dots and they have to collect them all in order to win the game. So they're either going to have to get the most dots before the time period, or they need to get all of the dots and beat the time. Once they finish it, they're going to call over the facilitator to check to make sure they have mastered whatever the mission, whatever steps they needed to do. And they can also see over here the success criteria for earning that dot. Once they complete that dot, they come over to the board and they're able to place an X on the board to show that that is completed and to keep score to see which team is in the lead. If they get stuck, they have 2 different dots right here that they can use to support them. So these will not give them the answer, but it will help them move forward and give them a boost. This dot, if they turn it in, they're able to get support by hints, maybe a strategy, or even a new perspective to their team. Once they do that, here are just some success for this adventure. They can choose their challenge. They're able to go in any order. You can print these out or they can complete them digitally, these tasks. They're also going to want to think out loud. They need to work with their team to think about ways that they're going to use SchoolAI to solve those tasks. They need to test, reflect, and retry. Once they try something and it doesn't work, they need to reflect on it and talk with their team and give it another shot. They also need to check in. Once they finish and think they're complete, they're going to call over the facilitator to review their progress. And if they're successful, they get to come over to the board and place an X on that board to show that they have accomplished and earned that dot. By the end of the time period, the team with the most X's, or the team that gets all of the dots before the timer, is the winner. You can set a timer for 20 minutes and see how far your team gets. You can also do this for an hour. So again, depending on how many descriptors or activities you want to make within each of these different tasks, and then you can set that timer to see how well they do. I can't wait to see how you use this in your classroom or in your professional learning sessions.